Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We're playing the vanilla version on Expert Iron Man with a solo character. We have a fighter that we're training and gonna be doing that for a while. So we're stuck in a jail cell. Hey there, Covania and Sestam, welcome in. How are you guys doing? Early bird stream, indeed. And now that Twitch has made it where people can watch a clip to avoid a stream streak loss, that helps a lot. Because I know some people can't be here in the morning.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Time to exterminate. Hey Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? The early fig gets the grind. That's right. They need skills. Right now, obviously, missing constantly. Do a defend every other round so we get some stamina back. There we go, almost full stamina.
They were no match for us.
They were no match for our 100 swings, 90% being misses. You're loopy from your COVID meds? Luckily, work is slow. Well, glad to hear that, Jimmy. That work's been slow. Are you still feeling bad symptoms?
I have to go.
Hey, Duncan, welcome in. How are you doing? Cell door scam, it is. This is how we defeat these roaches that would wipe us immediately. Hey, Zombo, welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for giving Covania the shout out, Jimmy. Playing lots of Castlevania games, hence the name. You're in the DS games now? What are you thinking of those?
They were no match for us.
Full arm 22, close combat 21. Nice. Actually surprised polearm's that high already. The boss fights are actually tough, gorgeous, and great game feel. Keep on practicing, Fig. You obviously need some training. You have to think against the bosses. You can't brute force them. There we go.
They were no match for us.
24 polearm. Only we could have found a halberd. Or an allpike. Alas, we did not, so we're stuck with a spear.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Short range. Now we can get some sword and dagger training. Dual weapons as well. Ah, it's one of these scams where he can hit him. He can hit us, but we can't hit him. There we go. Now we can hit him. Or not. It acted like we could. Okay, we cannot reach anyone. Just back off now.
They were no match for us. Everyone, look here.
What? We got 0 training out of that? Wow, that's a scam.
Sorry, I just remembered.
Training scam. Two still hitting us.
Enough already. They were no match for us.
25 polearm, 23 close combat. That's more like it. Must be awkward position to position the spear through the bars. Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Yeah, the really dumb one is the halberd. Somehow you're sticking a halberd through there. Or if a shard would be even worse because it's only swinging, not thrusting. Like, I guess you stick it through and go. Be impossible. Extended range. Or what about like a flail? You stick your arm through. I'm not sure how tall lizard folk are, so it might not be too bad for him. Yeah, the spear is at least plausible. But there's some weapons you can attack with that there'd be no way.
Won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone help me here?
Nope, it's all you. If you quit complaining about it and just get some action going.
Won't someone help me here? Damn. Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone... Already,
Artificial ignorance at its best.
Already, won't someone help me here? Damn. Already, won't someone help Already, won't someone help me? Damn. Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone help me here?
Okay, the bats are gone. Oh, she's still saying it.
Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone help me here?
I guess she doesn't like that there's 3 groups.
Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone help me here?
It's in the way. It's probably a slime.
Already, won't someone help me here? Already, won't someone... They were no match for us.
29 polearm. Wow, that was good training. All
I'm
right.
ready. Let's fight.
You're ready, but are you going to complain the whole time? There's still something right in the way. It's one of the slimes, I think. Yeah.
Damn.
Dumb slime.
Enough already. Won't someone help me here? Enough already. Won't someone help me here?
Come to the door so we can kill you. A 2 hit point slime.
They were no match for us.
30 polearm. All right.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
You have to go, huh? You're the only character. So good luck with that. We just got the 2 damage scam again. This does 2 to 16 damage and we're berserking, so the minimum we should be doing is 4. Three damage doesn't make sense either.
They were no match for us.
32 polearm. How much experience do we have? 40,000.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
2 damage. Yeah, it's lying to us. It's saying we do 2 to 16. It's really 1 to 16.
They were no match for us. I'm ready. Let's fight. They were no match for us.
Should do some more sling training too here. I think it's 14, yeah. Still got a ways to go on that.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Ah, bats. Back to monkey slinging. Monkey with sling.
They were no match for us.
17 throwing. Nice. Gotta get that to 30.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go. Won't someone help me here? Imagine how
She's over there bragging, and a bite comes from a bat right when she's bragging. Imagine how good. Ah. Retreat, retreat.
enough already. Won't someone help me here? Enough already. Won't someone help me here? Enough already. Won't someone help me here?
Your personality is getting changed. Let's see. We'll do this one.
Just relax. It's gonna be all right.
Let's see if she's less wordy. Now if we can get combat to end.
Now this is just too much. Now this is just too much.
Obviously, they don't know how to make combat end, so we'll move back again.
Look, creatures.
Something is blocking. Hey, Loverbus, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Just too much.
You don't take that lip, no. Her phrases were just too wordy and he repeated them too often.
So much for that.
Growing ranged, alright.
Look, creatures. I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
Still have 13 bullet stones. Let's spend them.
I have nothing to shoot. This is bad.
I think I have some darts I can throw too. Let's do that. In fact, we can dual wield. Get dual weapon training also.
Hey, pretty good.
You get dual weapons high enough and you have poison darts and high throwing, you can actually do some pretty serious damage just throwing darts. Got a slime blocking the doorway. Out of darts, alright.
Now this is just too much. So much for that.
Well, we got throwing to 20.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Potions.
So much for that.
Let's check it out. Dual weapon 16, close combat 27. Throwing 20, polearm 35. Sword 19, dagger 10.
This is the part where we fight, right? So much for that.
Let's see how many kills we have. 156.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look. much for that.
Slowly but surely. Let's go. Oh, more potions. Let's go get the light crossbow and the short bow from King Crab's room. There's some red. Can't tell what it is. It's probably either bats or roaches. Looks like roaches. Yeah, we don't want to get caught out fighting those. They would destroy us.
This is bad.
So much for that.
All right. Crossbow right here. Oh, we're not gonna be able to see it. Yeah, that's right. She only has 30 senses. She can't find anything on the ground. I know we didn't kill this noxious slime warrior. Let's go do that.
Too far.
Time to run.
Yeah, that's much better.
Got some sword and dagger training there. 20 sword. See if RNG is on our side this next fight. Missed a bunch of times. Go back. Going back to its lair. Alright, let's try to get a sneak attack again. I might just do pole arm here. Missed our sneak attack. 2 damage. What a scam.
Hey, I'm wounded.
Get good and you won't be wounded.
Yes, that's much better.
Make sure we don't get surprised. Walking around the corner. Since our fighter's incompetent at the moment. Once we get sword and all that into about the 70s, then we won't really have a problem with these things anymore. That's quite a ways off. It's almost dead. Did we get our swing? We did.
Yes, that's much better.
How much money do we have? Alright, let's go visit Burrs. Let me go heal. We still need to get more bullet stones Because their throwing, I think, is 20. We need it to be 30. So that we can buy stink bombs and throw those reliably. That'll be our only means of area of effect spell.
Look, creatures.
Did I do the chest down here? Oh, we didn't. Okay, good. Maybe we'll get lucky. Very doubtful, but hey, you never know. We got something like a halberd. Be crazy good.
Looks trapped.
Not sure I ever got a halberd out of this chest. Her gauntlets. Which actually is a downgrade, but it's worth a little bit of money.
Yes, that's much better. Look at those things.
Got some new stuff in stock.
All right. Really still debating on this cleaver. I'm actually going to hold on to it for a while. Don't need 2 short bows. Or 2 slings. Oh, I had 100 bullet stones down there? I did not know that. The other thing is we could use a shillelagh in the offhand instead of training dagger. It's so much heavier though. Two and a half damage on average for the dagger versus 3.5. It's only 1 extra damage for the shillelagh. It does have a 5% knockout, but since we're keeping our level low, that would hardly ever proc. So that's not worth it. Except for training staff. That would be the only reason. And we could actually train that with a quarter staff. Okay, let's get some bullet stones. Stink bombs. Okay, good enough.
Come back and see me.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Look,
perfect.
creatures.
That'll be enough bullet stones to get us. Should be enough to get us to 30 throwing. No sandwich. Back to our prison cell. Make sure we don't get scammed. All right. Let's go ahead and equip the sling for when we do have a fight. There we go. What is it?
This is the part where we
Bats.
fight, right?
Bat bites fig. That's funny. I didn't know bats like to eat figs. I know there's some bats that like, is it guana? What range are you in? Extended, okay. I think they like papayas. Some of them. Mangoes, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Some of them like mangoes. Got no training out of that. Zomble says the safety of this prison cell reminds me of the cardboard box for Metal Gear games. Oh yeah, that's funny. You get in the cardboard box and just slide it. That's really funny. The funniest thing is the original Metal Gear. You can like slide it right in front of people, and they just see it move, and they still don't think that anybody's there. At least I remember that happening with some of the enemies. There's just a cardboard box sliding down the hallway. It's not suspicious. Yeah, it's just the wind. In the middle of a hallway indoors. Yeah, that's funny. I totally forgot about that device until you said that. Yeah, that NES Metal Gear had some serious problems. The DOS version was even worse, though. I tried to play the DOS version, and it was so glitched I couldn't play it. I have a YouTube video on it. Man, it was bad. There we go.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
More bats. Oh, we killed one of them.
So much for that.
21 throwing. All right. Slowly but surely. I should probably just kill the bats. And then we can sling stones at something that doesn't retreat so much. Can you guys think of any other games you've played that have really weird or goofy devices in it? Like the cardboard box in Metal Gear? I was thinking binoculars are kind of weird. When you use them, you can see the screen next to you, even though there's like buildings and things blocking the way. Ultima 6 had a telescope that did a similar thing. It would scroll the screen so you could see different areas. But it was always like you'd push the direction, so like you could go to the right, which made no sense because then it went into the castle. That was kind of weird. Of course, a lot of the Sierra games, like King's Quest and that, had really weird uses for some of the items. Like throwing a bridle on a snake. Can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. It's got to be a ton of them. Well, it kind of makes sense, but in Secret of the Silver Blades, you have that cute yellow canary you can buy. Like how they used to use a little canary in a mine in the real world to, if it died or whatever due to poison gas. So at least that's logical. Come on, monsters, where you at? There was an old bulletin board system game called Food Fight. I actually have a review of it on my YouTube channel. It instead of hit points, you had stains. How many stains could you take before you were kicked out of school or whatever? And I remember you could get upgraded clothing that would be like for armor to help prevent getting so many stains. I feel like I remember a garbage can lid too that you can use kind of as a shield. And then, of course, the food you would buy would upgrade the damage dealt, the stains. That was an interesting concept. It's a pretty fun game because you'd log on to a BBS and it would keep track of other players that were on and what they had. So essentially, you would challenge a given player, and then the computer would control it because BBS didn't have it where people were on fighting simultaneously and stuff. And I think you could make it where at least the sysop could control whether people would fight offline like that or not. And I think the sysop would control how many limits you got, like how many fights you could do in a given day or something. Those were interesting days, BBS's. Aha, we finally got something. Roaches.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
These are good to fight with the sling because they just sit here. You still get training even if you miss, but it's just a lot slower.
So much for that.
26. Holy moly, that went up fast. That went from 21 to 26 just from that. High strength, high dex. And we still have more. Crabs are good to fight here too, because they tend to just sit there while you hit them with a bunch of stones. Go.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
That's still short range. No, it's not. You can see him moving through the door. Yeah, it's one by the doors interfering. I just opened the door for these.
Locked.
So we can kill these and move on. Three misses on a green slime. We have gotten so many 2 damage rolls. No, for sure that low roll is not a rounding error. This is just flat out wrong. So the modification is plus 60%. So it's rounding down. So this 2 is bogus. It should be rounded down. That's weird.
So much for that.
It's weird that they would round down. Full arm 40% or 40, nice.
This is the part where we fight, right? So much for that.
That one was actually appropriate. She just hits it one time. So much for that. Usually it goes like 30 rounds. She's missing constantly. And then she acts like she did a good job. So much for that. It's like, yeah, it took you 30 rounds. Let's see how much experience we have. 56,000. Okay. We need about 10 times that experience. So with 30 senses, we're not going to be able to find anything on the ground. So if we go to that's hidden. So if we go to the upper monastery, we won't find the Book of Blessing, the Book of Divine Traps. We will find the cloak, because that's not hidden. There's 2 treasure chests. Let's see. There's some hidden items on beds and stuff, but that stuff's pretty useless. The flash powder is not hidden. We can grab that. Quarterstaff. Samurai armor.
So much for that.
28 throwing. Look at that. See, there's concussion powder, which is not hidden.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they
What
look.
else? Resurrection powder in the safe. The shillelagh. It's pretty worthless. This should give us 30. Minimum.
So much for that.
30, right on the dot. Okay. So let's go back to our sword. Dagger. Cure poison, we don't need that. Let's do this. Do I need that many healing potions? Let's do that. So we're qualified to kill the spiders upstairs now. Open up the area to be able to get to the upper monastery. And then we get the resurrection powder. So we have more money to buy more stink bombs from Burrs. Let's go do some of that, I think. Split up the grind a bit. Alright, I am going to close this to minimize interference with Gregor. Let's make sure we're not going to get sandwiched here. Okay.
Look at those things.
Alright, now we just have to aggravate Gregor. Let's go talk with Burrs real quick. Get a few more stink bombs. And then we'll go kill the spiders.
Look, creatures.
Got some news.
You should hopefully have some more here. 4, nice.
Come back in.
Bye-bye.
You have to get lunch, Thumble? Alright. Come back. We're already fighting Gregor. Oh, you left to get lunch. I see. No, we're not fighting Gregor. We're pulling him away so that we can, well, her, so that we can kill the spiders. Yeah. We're just aggravating her to get her to chase us. No, that would be suicide. We'd need to be at least level 8 or 9 as a solo character. Or we'd have to use Burrs. And Burrs is flighty. Sometimes he'll actually just run and leave you holding the bag trying to kill Gregor. He's really bad. It's a risky move. Alright, there's the spiders. Time to stink bomb. Yeah, I can't see how many hit points are left. So definitely gonna run. Do it to him again outside of combat, hopefully. Ah, okay.
Look at those things.
Well, we're gonna do it from this side, I think. Gotta make sure we got them all. There's not some more down here. That was nice. We got away with only using 2 stink bombs. Usually, because they spread out, it takes 4.
Hey, what does this gadget do?
Alright, so now we can get the concussion powder. As well as the key to the safe for resurrection powder. We have way more stink bombs. Alrighty.
Look, creatures.
Novel says this character going to run into a bottleneck of not enough money for magical items. Are there any NPC alchemists you could hire? There's not an actual alchemist, but there's a ranger. But I'm not going to do that. What's her name? Sparkle. She has alchemy because she's a ranger. But as far as the money, ooh, 3 resurrection powders, nice. That made up for the 1 we got earlier. No, we should be okay on money. It's going to be a little bit lighter than normal because we're not finding hidden items. But we should be able to grind enough to make enough money. This character will have to use a lot less items when fighting brigands and stuff once it's trained up. Because we should be able to wreck them. We should be able to do so much damage that we won't have to use many potions for healing in there.
Creatures.
Got some new.
That's quite a ways off before we get to that. Okay, what we'll do here is sell this stuff. Then we'll rest and get him to make more stink bombs.
Come back in.
Bye-bye. Look at those things.
Let's rest right here. Yeah, Sparkle. John Moody's favorite character. I know most people that would watch Andrew Retro Island Gaming stream loved Sparkle too when he streamed Wizardry 8. He even has a bunch of voices he plays on his Twitch that people play a lot. Like, oh, this is a bad, bad place.
Look, creatures.
Got some new stuff.
6 stink bombs, yes. Amazing. The broadsword I'm going to consider here. We do 7 damage on average, so 14 on average when berserking. Right now, I think we only do 4.5 on average. So 8, 9. 9 versus 14. The weight is so much less. But fighting stronger enemies, I think we want more damage. So let's go ahead and get it. Okay.
Come back in.
Bye-bye.
Much money? Alright, let's get another batch of stink bombs. Sample says, LOL, maybe I should recruit Sparkle on my next playthrough. I've never actually recruited her. I assumed she's useless. No, she's not useless. And then there's a samurai, a trained samurai you can recruit. For, you know, if you want mage spells. There's a psionic. He's really good. If I'm gonna get recruits, that's typically who I go with. He's a Mook psionic. The android's one of the best because you can take him anywhere.
Got some new.
There's only one area he won't go to. RFS. Alright, we've lots of bombs now. That's going to help tremendously. Okay.
Come back in.
Bye-bye.
Back to our jail cell. Yeah, there's a gadgeteer you can recruit too named Madras.
More creatures.
Rennie gadgeteer. Then you got the bard, the Impani bard, named Sax. He's pretty good. You got Miles the rogue. Of course, Vidomina, the Valkyrie. And then there's a lord and a ninja. The Impani lord and a Trang ninja, but you can't get them unless you really have accomplished some quest type things that are kind of a pain in the butt to do, and it's later in the game. And the problem with those NPCs, you can't get them off your team once you have them. I think you got the fighter, the Impani fighter. He's temporary though. He just wants to go straight back to base. You can pull him everywhere, but that guy's a pain in the butt. There's a lot of recruitables. Duncan says, how soon until we can hire Blind Jimmy Hoopak or Gnome Jimmy Tinker? Yeah. Yeah, the Madras is about as close as you can get to Gnome Jimmy Tinker. Tinker Gnome.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Bats. How many we got on us? That one's extended range, okay. Time to back up.
So much for that.
Polearm 41.
So much for that. I hope these guys aren't as tough as they
I
look.
should we get some good training. Quite a few of them.
Hey, that was pretty good.
High damage with the broadsword. That makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. We berserked. The minimum damage is 3. It says right here. So berserk isn't really doing double damage. What a scam. This is without the strength bonus. It does 3. So there's multiple problems with their attack. With strength, it's 5. Just a flat 5. But without it, it's 3. And Berserk's supposed to be doing double damage. And let's just make sure it said it berserked. Because maybe it didn't. It didn't berserk. Okay. It wasn't berserking. So we did minimum damage there on the broadsword with the strength bonus.
This is bad. This is bad.
Maybe the 2 times bonus also has a small percentage chance in failing an expert. Yeah, that's a good guess, Humble, but it looks like it ended up being where it wasn't berserking. Unless I see something again like that. I think when I had switched to sling and then switched back to the weapon, it didn't remember that I was berserking. Drop the potion. Cure poison, that's worth a little bit.
So much for that.
Holy moly. Sword, polearm, dagger, close combat. Nice. That was good training. We got
This is the part where we fight, right?
bats. 30 damage with that broadsword hit. Berserking. Nice.
So much for that.
$77,000 experience. I want to go get the cloak upstairs. If I apply one level up. The other challenge, though, is that makes Arnica Road harder. It's better to go out there at level 2. It's probably good to bypass some of the upper monastery and grab the flash powder, quarterstaff, and that stuff. Probably do the other chest that has a key in it. I could check out what kind of enemies get spawned there, but usually it's something really ridiculous like pestilent rats if you're only level 2 when you go up there. I think it can be anything, basically. So you could look out and get something weak, or you could end up getting something really strong. Let's give it a shot. Oh, we got something down there. Roaches. Yep. Get these killed first. Oh.
So much for that.
We'll have to pull Gregor again. Get her out of the way. Sure there's nothing over here first. Okay. Yeah.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look. Look at those things.
Alright, let's see if we lucked out. Once we get up here.
Huh? Nobody's here. I wonder where they went.
So I think I want to kill these with stink bombs. Alright, now I just have to find them. Where did you go? Hmm. I wonder if they went up by the Seekers. Or that other room. So I want to get them out of the way. I don't have to deal with them. Here they are. Okay. Sure, I can reach them with a stink bomb. We're gonna try it.
This is the part where we fight,
Okay,
right?
we killed
Now
one of
this
them.
is just too much.
I don't know how many hit points this one has. One more stink bomb should kill it. What'd you drop for us? Flash powder, nice. And shurikens, can't use those. Okay.
Thanks.
Alright, so now I guess we'll go up here. See what's spawned. It should be. I mean, it can be probably anything because we came up here only at level 2. So if it's too strong, we're not gonna go for this. It could end up being really weak. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's weak. I mean, we still couldn't fight him without using stink bombs. This should kill most of them. Okay. Let's go see what we got here. Unidentified bow stick? That's weird. This is, oh man, if that would have been a really good find. That's probably a Haya bow. If you had a samurai, ninja, or a monk. We don't, of course. So that's useless for us. Alright. I think I'm gonna go kill the rats before I do that chest there. If it's not pestilent or a bunch of rabid ones. We'll go see what we are dealing with.
monsters.
Gnar. Rabbit. Should be one rabbit. Okay. I think we lucked out. I don't see any pestilence.
Now this is just too much. I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
Rabbit red was unaffected. That's okay. Ah, there's...
Look at those things.
What? Oh, it must have had nausea and unconscious. It wasn't affected. Let's look. Yeah. So it didn't fall unconscious, but it did get nauseated. It gagged, which is fantastic. Because then it lost its turn.
Now this is just too much.
Did we hit it with that one? Yeah, we did, but it only did 4 damage. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. We're not going to fight that thing right there. Range? Yeah, short range, no. Oh, that's ridiculous how much movement it has. Alright, we should be able to make it back to this safe spot here. Use some healing potions. And then take them out. Yeah, those things are ridiculous. We have to find where it went. Is it plays hide and go seek? I go over here. Is that it? It's a Gnar. Yep. They're here. Okay. Get all of them? Yep, got all of them. Let's see here. Like I said, we're not going to be able to find a lot of things on the ground here because our census is so low. But we'll at least be able to open up the area to get to the cloak and the samurai armor, which is worth a decent amount. We do need to pull these away from the anti-magic area, though. Let's back off to here.
Look at those things.
Okay. It's so dark.
Let's track.
We'll assume poison darts. Dagger scatter. Okay. That's garbage. Actually, I don't want to rest here. I want it to spawn anything that we can't deal with. I'm not going to do the fight down here. I am going to grab the flash powder. Okay. We got some seekers up here we gotta kill. He's stuck on. No, get out of there. Okay.
So much for that.
All right. Grab the samurai armor. We'll probably do that last chest. And then probably be done for now. And then we'll be back to grinding in the jail cell. Now we know this is all cleared. We got anything we could get that would have been beneficial to us. Which really wasn't anything. We have 103,000 experience, which is nice. We'll have some more money to buy stink bombs that we used up. Let's see what we find here.
Looks trapped.
Dagger scatter.
Hey, I'm wounded.
We got a stink bomb. Bullwhip. Bullwhip's interesting. You don't get your as much strength bonus with lashing attacks, but you can berserk with them. Which I'm not sure if your strength bonus will apply to it since it changes the attack mode. It very well might. We could use that with a shield. It's really light, which is nice. So with berserking, we do 2 to 14 damage with it. So I will hang on to that. Okay, but yeah, good place to save. Oh, let's go ahead and grab this. All right, great progress. It's just going to be many hours in the jail cell till we get all trained up, plus all the extra experience. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.